What's up, guys? This is Andre, or Chokenator, if you know me from my stream. And it's been a while since I made a video for you guys. Again, I am using the voice memo app on my phone while driving because I still want to make the best of my time even when I drive to work. As you guys might know, I have a second job now as an art teacher at a school, a sort of a private art studio in Tracy, where I teach children from 4 years old up to high school age, up to 17, I think is the maximum age. But I want to talk about something that I have thought of. It's sort of an amalgamation of all the things that I've learned about business, finance, general life principles in the past couple of years. I want to integrate it all together into a new person, a new me, sort of, if you can call it that. I think, I've been really influenced by comic books, movies, and sort of the superhero thing that's been going on for the past several years. And I want to become one. And I've made a couple of videos about how I want to become Iron Man. And I'm not necessarily going to become the exact Iron Man from the comics. And I've actually been trying to think of a different name. And I think I came up with one. I want to become Auto Man, like automation, automatic, but also autonomous and free. I think it's a really great name for myself, and I kind of want to almost rebrand to this Auto Man figure. I want to think about automation. I want to think about gamification, creating compulsion loops. There's so many things, so many principles that I have learned, and I want to incorporate them all one at a time. How am I going to do that? Well, basically, I think the end goal is that I kind of want to create a suit. First of all, I'm a content creator. I'm an artist. There's several things that I do. I understand that there needs to be an energy engine and an economic engine for everything I do, meaning whatever I do should be self-sustaining. It should be sustainable. That the energy I consume and the money I consume and the time I consume, all those things need to feed into themselves and pay for themselves for me to live that dream. And what it really is I want to be this thing where I'm walking around on a live stream. I have either some kind of GoPro or solar charging setup. I think this is sort of the Mark 1 design that I thought of. If I can have a backpack with a laptop in it, and let's say it has some portable battery charger, if I can even get some solar charging on it, that would be great. So a laptop in my backpack or some kind of computer that can stream with internet access, maybe some kind of AT&T or Verizon or whatever hotspot that's mobile, and I can move it around, and it has internet, and I can live stream from that and create content from that constantly. And let's say I connect to it some kind of GoPro or webcam that can capture the things that I'm doing, and I can also use my phone. I can bring the suit to ride a bike, to really take that everywhere, because content creation is definitely one way I can create some sort of passive income. I think I do get some ad revenue from YouTube. Some people do watch my Twitch stream, but I want to have that connectedness. There's a lot of people who are either very anxious about, putting themselves out into the world in content. There's a lot of people who sort of chase that sort of content creator dream. I don't want to feel like I'm chasing it. I just want to feel like it's a part of me. I just want to, put forth the work ethic, put forth the action, the work, and just do it and make it a part of me and make it something fun. One thing I love about Tony Stark and Iron Man is that he says, "I am Iron Man." And I want to be Auto Man. Andre Chokenator just gonna become Auto Man. I think it's gonna be super fun. I think it's gonna be something really fantastic, because the Mark 1 is already quite a dream. And of course, it wouldn't really be able to pay for itself unless it's self-sustaining. Like I said, the energy has to be there, and the money has to be there. So I would have to pay for not only the equipment, but the cost of the portable internet, the cost of the energy, all that. And that's why I mentioned the economic engine. And I have this algorithm that I've mentioned several times on past videos, where it's my commission pricing algorithm, because right now my first job is a freelance artist, and that generates what I call active income. It's just my normal basic income where I do my work and I get paid. And I also have my second job, which is art teaching. I do my work and I get paid, and I have some small, very very small streams of passive income from my Twitch stream, my YouTube, a Redbubble account, and an Etsy account. So I mentioned those several times in past videos. Now I've created an algorithm that allows me to measure my hourly wage, which is not just my wage at my job, but my teaching job, but also I measure how much time I spend using stopwatches on commission pieces, and that sort of determines like how much did I really earn per hour on this piece. And I try to optimize that, and I use the past results of that timing, the pricing, to create future prices. So that's all in an algorithm, but what's integrated in the algorithm, it's all using Google spreadsheets, is that any passive income I get pays for time that I can use to generate more passive income. So any passive income I get is like earned time, basically. Let's say I'm earning like $10 an hour, which I'm obviously earning more than that, but let's say I earn $10 an hour. Actually, let's make it more simple. Let's say I earn $60 an hour. I don't earn that much, but let's say I earn $60 an hour. But for every dollar I earn, that's like another minute that I can spend to generate more passive income. I think what I mean is, I'm not sure if you guys get it. I would have to show the algorithm to really explain this. But for every dollar generated by passive income, that buys me time. It's using my hourly wage, using the rate of time to dollar from my hourly wage. It buys me more time to do things that generate passive income, like making more videos, making more drawings and putting them on sale on Etsy or Redbubble, or just being able to have a little bit more free time on my stream. Of course, everything can be streamed on Twitch, so it sort of stacks on top of Twitch. But yeah, I really want this to be a thing. And one of the reasons I want to do this is because I read a little bit of Tao of Jeet Kune Do by Bruce Lee. And of course, there's so much. It's really dense, and it's sort of, that book is sort of organized into snippets of wisdom. As far as I know, he didn't really complete the book, and it's not really that cohesive, really. But what you're doing from Bruce Lee's quotes and writings is that you're trying to absorb the way he viewed martial arts, and it wasn't. And he related martial arts to everything, and he thought that life itself is a way of expressing art. That everything you do is kind of like how you absorb the world, the intake of your sensory perception, all of that comes into your mind, into your body, and the way you sort of regurgitate it out, just literally anything you decide can be art. And in fact, it is art. That art sort of pervades your whole existence. So that was his definition of art, and I thought it was a very broad, probably the most broad definition of art that I've ever heard. And I would say that Bruce Lee, of course he was a martial artist, but he considered himself an artist because it was the way he lived his life that was his art. It wasn't just the way he fought. There was more to it than that. It was his whole philosophy and his whole plan of action for everything he did. Now, I want to be like that. I want everything I do to sort of pervade this, to sort of exude this self that I am. And it's not just, I don't want to just be, isolating the things that I do. Like I do art teaching one part of the day, and then my freelance another part of the day, which is true. But all of that, I wanted to sort of integrate it into me, and let it be who I am. Now, a lot of people say that you aren't, like, what you do isn't who you are. And yeah, that may be true, but I kind of think like they're really, they can be integrated. I think if who I am becomes what I do, then yes, what I do is who I am. And like, who am I besides the things that I'm doing as time passes, the things I'm perceiving, my body is operating within time, and I'm thinking, I'm perceiving, I'm deciding. All those things are happening, and if I really hone that to be, if I really hone that self to follow logically from all the principles that I've learned, then I can be more closely who I want to be, or who I perceive myself to be, or who I, just be more who I am. And I think it was a quote from, I think it was Saint Catherine of Siena or something. She said, be who you are meant to be, and you will set the world on fire. And of course, she didn't mean literally set the world on fire, but create change and action in the world at a high level, to inspire people, to really just to move, where as opposed to us being stagnant and still and frozen in life, which I find myself trapped in a lot of the time, especially in my past. But now I just have it in my heart that I want to keep moving. Another thing I want to talk about is gamification. A lot of times I consider my own stats in a way, and there was a time I wanted to do another video on this, what do I feel that my stats are? Well, of course, we have our health points and our mana points, which is our energy, right? What if I thought of myself as an RPG character, which in a way we are, in the overworld is the real world. Of course, it's really silly to think of life that way, but for me as a gamer, it helps because I can isolate certain things that I can increase. For example, my strength and my vitality. I don't really exercise enough. I don't diet well enough. So those can be increased by focusing on those things, focusing on those specific statistics. And there's dexterity, which is how accurate am I with my hands and feet and my speech. How much skill do I have? And then there's intelligence, which is how much do I know, but also how well can I apply the things I know. And then there's even some statistics like luck. I base a lot of these statistics on Ragnarok Online, which is my favorite MMORPG of all time. And I think luck is even an important factor. In the games, a lot of times it just manifests itself as your success rate of a critical hit, or an evasion, a dodge, or even your success rate of building something or failing to build something. And I know the original Dungeons & Dragons really incorporated that luck by giving you a certain % chance, rolling your dice per se, of how successful it's going to be. And to increase your luck means just to put yourself in a better position where the probability of your action succeeding is higher and higher. And we can even influence that in our lives. So this lot of gamification I've been having is I want to improve myself in that way. I want to create compulsion loops in my life toward reaching that goal of becoming me, of becoming Automan. I'm just really excited about it. I'm really excited about just building the Mark 1. And let me just reiterate what I want the Mark 1 to be. Mark 1, I'm just trying to envision it. Right now it's just a simple backpack with a GoPro, but the main thing is that it has internet and streaming capability. And I would probably be wearing these Apple iPods. Maybe it should be an Apple computer. I don't know. The AirPods have really good technology where you can record yourself, you can hear what's in the headphones, but you can also hear the rest of the world because it has that, I forgot what the name of the technology is, but the thing where you can hear all the ambient noise still through the headphones. I think that's super cool technology, and I think it would be really fun to integrate every single piece of technology. So yeah, maybe the Automan setup will be an Apple computer. Who knows? Maybe there's a way to connect the AirPods to a Windows PC. I don't know that much about computers, but I just want to integrate the tools that I know to make it real. I'm just imagining, I can even, because I'm an artist already, right? So I would obviously want to be able to draw on the go and be able to record what I'm drawing. So I'm imagining maybe a double webcam setup where I have one webcam based on my face and another webcam facing down toward the iPad or something, the things that I'm doing. I could even be playing Pokemon Go, whatever. the Automan setup, I think, is really exciting for me. I think what I should do is start thinking about the costs of such a setup, such technology, and sort of orienting my life in a way where I can start paying for those things and creating those things. Um, or maybe that's even the Mark II. Maybe the Mark I is me right now. Automan Mark I is me right now, and creating a system like the system I have right now. Let's just call that the Automan Mark I, and then the Automan Mark II is when I start the backpack setup. What I love about, like, there's Iron Man Mark 37 or whatever. I cannot even imagine if I were to get to, like, say, a Mark 37, how much that would have evolved. How amazing it would be to iterate that many times to create the whole artistic setup of me and who I am. Because what I'm thinking about is that when we're babies, we're just naked. We don't have anything. We don't have any tools. We don't have any knowledge. We don't have any language. And we grow up. We educate ourselves, and we wear clothes. That's a part of us too. That's a part of our expression. And just everything we do is a part of our expression. The way we spend our time. I remember. I think it was advice from Brett Weinstein. Someone asked him, like, "What's your advice for young people?" And one really important thing he said that I really think about a lot is invest in tools, not knowledge. Of course, knowledge is important, but a lot of times if you have knowledge, but you don't have the tools that you need to, like, use that knowledge, or even the knowledge, like, to create those tools. Like, for example, tools would be something like my computer. That's a really important thing. I really cannot accomplish very much without that device. Even just the internet, like, that's a very, very important tool, a high value tool, which, we gotta pay for. I have my car, I have my pens and pencils, and of course I do have my knowledge, which is like all the artistic ability that I have in college, but that's useless to me unless I have, pencils and pens and my tablets and stuff like that. So I need the tools, of course, to create a better version of who I can be. But also there are, like, mental tools as well, like cognitive behavioral therapy. If I'm ever feeling down, if I'm ever experiencing cognitive distortions and putting myself down, which I will often do, especially when I'm feeling sad or frustrated or angry, I will need the tool of cognitive behavioral therapy, or even just like a book in front of me, something I can read, or even just therapeutic music, and the tools to help me avoid the things that distract me. I think that's my biggest struggle right now, is getting easily distracted by things like games and movies and entertainment. Of course, those things are valuable because they do bring joy to my life. They bring some kind of value to my life. But of course, there are better ways that I can be using my time more accurately, more productively. Of course, we do want to take enough time to experience the world around us and experience other people's stories, absorb sensory things, and then there's a certain amount of time we need to allocate to producing and creating and giving and serving others and giving other people, products and services, which is not just business, but it's just a fact of life, that life is really a higher quality if we can give to others, because one day we're going to die, and we do want to leave some kind of legacy in the world where we feel like we've done something for the world, and the world meaning other people, or even the environment. It really depends on what your goal is. But I'm going to try to focus. This is a very general goal, and whenever I have general goals, we really need to measure it to scale it down to specific things. SMART goals, as they're called. I believe I remember what SMART stands for now. I think it's simple, measurable, achievable, relevant, and timely, or time bound. And those things, I can really think about how can I start creating a new Automan very soon in a timely fashion. I think the system I have now is decent, but maybe it's going to be a matter of buying another device, creating the tools, and creating a suit full of those tools. What is the suit right now? For me, what am I wearing? Like my shorts, I have my pockets, I have my, my wallet, my keys, my phone. Those are the items we have. But what if I can just have it on me? What if I can I don't know. I'm just imagining the type of person I could be, because I'm realizing, I really used to not care about the things that I wore, but now, I want to wear things that are totally functional and to really express who I am, to be the fullness of who I am. Um, that also means like understanding my roots, the understanding that I'm Catholic, understanding that I'm Filipino. Even though a lot of times those things uh, do not like have a value in a lot of my decision making. It's still I should still understand, where my family is from, the people I know. That's all a part of me as well. And again, like Bruce Lee said, art is uh, what you take in, the things you have, the things that you do, and just expressing that, and just constantly expressing it. Just like I'm being honest with you guys right now. You guys can hear me. Maybe it even sounds like I stutter a lot. Sometimes I don't complete my sentences. I can even improve that. I love iteration. I love self improvement, and this is really the thing I want to focus on. And of course, it's all very general, so I need to allocate time to working on very, very specific tasks of improvement. Um, so yeah, that's it. I just made it to work, and of course, I put these videos over my self drawing, and that's probably one of the most the things I can do right now that I'm most skilled at. But who knows? It could be different in the future. It could be me playing some game, or I don't know. Who knows? But let's iterate. Let's upload videos often, and I wanna hear the feedback. I wanna hear what you guys think about this, about becoming a new superhero. Chokenator becomes Auto Man. I really love it. I really think it's a very cool idea, and I want to stick with it. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. I gotta get to work, and I love you all. God bless you all. Peace out. Bye bye.